The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Back Monday at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Guns Roses there on the radio.
Yeah.
Hauraki Big Show.
Have you ever been to the jungle, man?
Oh, yeah, I've spent a lot of time in the jungle, actually.
Yeah.
Well, you and I have, remember?
Well, of course we have.
Papua New Guinea that time.
Papua.
Papua New Guinea,
Yep.
Vietnam.
Yep.
We were in the
Cambodia.
jungle. Cambodia,
like
yeah.
vacations, or
But nobody ever welcomed us to the jungle.
Not at all, mate. Quite the opposite, in fact.
No. But there was certainly a feeling that you're going to die.
Oh, look, I have that feeling every day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I always feel like I'm going to die.
Concrete jungle.
Yeah, concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a jungle
sure.
of life out there.
Hey, we were talking...
Second-hand pugs.
We were
Or
talking...
First-hand
No.
Keyzie.
second-hand pugs.
No,
That's
it's spare
even more
Keyzie,
insulting.
isn't it? We're going to go to
Yeah.
spare
Keyzie.
Keyzie. We were talking about things that we've overheard. I overheard a man admitting to a shag, a root, over
hello.
the weekend in the supermarket.
And ill-advised.
And to his wife, by the sounds
Yeah.
of it. 'Cause
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
No.
In my case, if I'm having an affair or I've done something like that, I just don't talk about it.
Well, you
Or I
just
leave.
shut up and get on with it.
Yeah, well, you shut up and get on with it. Yeah.
It is a weird thing. I wonder what she said to trap him into confession.
Yes.
It must have been good.
It felt like one of those scenarios where he'd just been found out dead to right.
Yeah.
You know, and he was
Yeah.
just like exasperated when he admitted
He was
that
probably over it.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
said, he looked a bit worn out around the edges, but
Yeah.
frayed at the edges
I'd
there.
say he had a
probably
bit of a-
hung over, you reckon?
Yeah, Keyzie night.
Yeah.
I didn't land the plane. Ended up in the
God.
wrong bed, touching the wrong knee.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nick Mama.
Didn't come home, probably Mogi.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what I mean?
telltale sign.
Just a shocker.
Yeah.
We've had a few texts on that. People overhearing things on 3483.
In a waiting room, heard a lady loudly talking about the condition of her womb, egg counts, and sperm counts. Medical advice there.
Yeah, nice.
This one's a juicy one. I was on an international flight to the UK, hanging around the back of the plane. After a few minutes, a lady got up, stormed past me, knocked on the toilet door, and said, "Get the F out of there." Then a man and her husband and a random lady exited the toilet together.
Nice.
That's rough.
Well, I
And
don't know
did he
about,
say he
but
was washing his hands?
the first words that came out of his
That
mouth
is-
was, I was washing my hands.
That is what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
You part of the Mile
presumably
High
needed
Club?
He
help.
was washing his hands, wasn't he? Just before I get to that. I'm not sure, actually, and I'm not. You have to have a partner, eh?
Not necessarily.
Well, do
Well, there's
you?
a couple of clubs, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, fair enough.
But do we know that this one was, because that's a shocker, but I can't imagine that the wife would sit there and wait for any amount of time. To me, it feels like this potentially is a guy and his missus that have gone into the toilet.
Right.
This woman has been offended by the fact they've gone in there together, and she's gone in there to stop it.
Perhaps
Get
an
the F out of there.
embellishment.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Somebody
that
should be
makes sense.
minding their
does
bloody
seem more.
business.
Yeah, that seems more
I mean, on
realistic,
that front,
yeah.
in terms of overhearing things, when I used to own a hotel, occasionally I'd sort of
So
just
come on in.
just put my ear to the door, or
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well,
I
your
had-
eye to that hole
Oh
in the
yeah,
wall.
the high
Because we had
the
the walkie
painting
passage there.
and the stuff I used to hear,
Oh.
and all the different
It
rooms.
was
mate.
amazing what the people would do right in front of your face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
I mean, they didn't know our face was there.
No.
But nevertheless.
Exactly, mate.
Disgusting.
The things I
Ew.
saw and heard, pugs, spare Keyzie.
Thanks,
I
mate.
learned a thing or two about a thing or two, I can tell you
Yeah.
what.
Bloody oath.
Ooh. Yeah.
How'd you get a license to run that place?
It's just a hotel. You don't need it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, really?
You can just
Yeah.
buy one and
Yeah.
drill a few holes.
Yeah, okay.
Put some
create a
audio
little
devices in.
corridor behind the walls and that.
Two-way mirrors and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good
We had a
times.
little luge set up in the ceiling there, so you could just lie down on it and just glide along.
luge?
Yeah, so you just glide along, like the luge in Rotorua.
Yeah.
We went up there one night and cut out about probably a 12-metre section of that.
Yeah.
And you just lose your way along all the rooms there and have a gaze down through the ceiling.
It was a smorgasbord of shagging.
Get up there with a bit of Burger King.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Pet chat. With Jason Mike. The reality is that Pet Chat, Mogi, is so popular and that
Right.
we get inundated with so many texts asking, us for our advice that we've actually had to extend Pet
Yes.
Chat a little bit into the 6 o'clock hour to address some of the issues that have been brought up because Nothing makes us feel worse than, people that are struggling up there with their pets and we don't address their issues.
Completely.
Somebody was asking on Instagram if you guys were dogs, what kind of dogs you think you guys would be.
We don't answer those kind of inane questions.
Yeah, that's
you're not into that?
No.
Oh,
that's not a first date, spare Keyzie, all right?
Yeah. Someone actually texted in too, Pugs, when you leave, are you going to be lost, Keyzie?
What I would say to that is that I'll be kept in Studio B. That's where you keep the spare Keyzie. You got to keep it in the cupboard.
Okay, yeah, good. Hit us.
Here's one. My fiance keeps curling ones out on the lawn and blames it on our Jack Russell. They're obviously human-sized poos, but she just won't admit they're hers. When she comes inside from the garden, she always looks guilty. What am I supposed to do? I know it's her. That's from Connor.
Don't worry about it. That sounds hot to me.
Yeah, man.
You
got yourself a keeper, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one's less of a question. My dog ate and crapped out a pair of 4-foot pantyhose with no issues. Pretty impressive, eh?
Oh, right. So it ate the pantyhose and then...
Yeah. I guess
Sort
they
of
were
like
all
that magician
intact.
thing, is it?
It's amazing what can come out of a dog's nose. I'll give you that. It's seriously, it is next level. The stuff that when I've been going through my dog's, excrement...
what are you going through it for?
Just all sorts of stuff you find in there.
I lost the sash for my kimono once.
Yes.
And when I was just sitting on the couch watching bloody Brokenwood Mysteries, it was, and the dog's lying in front of the fire there, and I thought, what's that? There's a little bit of red satin hanging out the back door there, and you pull on that bastard, it just keeps on coming.
It's like a magic trick.
And what was amazing about it, clean as a whistle.
Wow.
Didn't even have to put it through the wash.
Wow.
Nor did I, just straight on.
Straight on to your kimono. Yeah, nice.
My pug keeps stealing my keys. Any tips?
No.
No.
Cool. My dog's been run over twice, but only one time was by me. She's still okay, but got any tips?
Don't run it over.
Yeah.
It's probably...
Stupid question.
I've got a cat that wakes me up at 2 a.m. every morning for a pat. Should I just keep giving it the helicopter?
Sorry, what was that?
What were you saying there?
I'm so sorry. Should I just keep giving it the helicopter across the room or actually pat it?
So lose.
That's a text on 353 there.
That one.
That's a tough one to answer, actually.
Yeah, it depends. If you're giving it a helicopter across the room, you want to make sure it goes out a window.
Yes.
Because it will just come back.
Yeah, or a door.
Oh,
Yeah. And also, when you're doing the helicopter, there is a big...
Oh, yeah.
It was like an air siren going off.
Yeah.
Spinning.
It was like someone's car alarm.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Foo Fighters there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now listen, in the 4 to 5 hour, we had a bit of a controversial sort of segment chatting about teachers, and old spare Keyzie over there just really laid into teachers, the strikes that they're on, the teachers only days, the teacher half days. We looked at the OEC study and we saw that they work 8% of the time, but then when you...
That's less than farmers.
Yeah, when you factor in the holidays, it's actually a negative sort of scenario, and old spare Keyzie over there, Mogi just hoed into them.
Put in the boot in, wasn't he?
And we got some pretty...
Well, there's
passionate responses.
The passionate responses. There's people on both sides of it. Now,
yes.
I'd say that probably 95% of people in this country back the teachers.
No,
I would say.
Backbone.
But a personal view is, you and I, Jace, is just give them the bloody money. Give them $100,000 each a year.
Totally.
Are they glorified babysitters? I mean, that's what some people were saying.
Yes.
But that's neither here nor there.
No.
It's not my money.
Mate,
if it's not going on that, it's going on something else.
If they're taking my kids off my hands, they're godsends. They're angels as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't believe what you were saying, Spare Keyzie.
But also in that other 5% Spare Keyzie are people that actually back you.
Yes.
Hey, fellas, did you know in the month of April, students only had 8 school days due to Easter holidays and teachers-only days, etc.? Shocking, really.
Yes.
And now another strike. Just give them the bloody money they want.
Totally, man.
Backbone.
I got one here. Speaking of farmers, you were doing that comparison before. I'm a farmer. Teachers often say, how about you try look after 30 prepubescent shitbags every day? I say, try smoking 2 packs of darts before 10 a.m, then guzzling a 24 box of warm Tuies, then going to bed until tomorrow. Now, that's tough working conditions. That's from Graham. That's from Graham there as a farmer.
Totally. your standard 24
You often
pack.
don't think of it that way, do you?
Yeah.
But that's exactly
Yeah.
right.
It's hard work. I mean, like, I love Maduri's. Getting through 2 packs.
Yeah.
She's hard jacking,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
And 24 beersies, you might think, "Phew," but actually takes a bit of effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had this one come through here. One of them here says, I'm a teacher, I work 3 hours a day max, 0 hours in the holidays, and I'm keen for more strikes. So, yeah, there you go. Some people actually don't want a solution,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Keep striking.
And good on them. Good on them, you know what I mean? As we say, Spare Keyzie might have his pretty full-on views, but Mogi and I, we're backing you teachers all the way. You
Absolutely we are.
massive backbones.
And this one here, though, I think this is probably accurate. This one here for old Spare Keyzie here.
Oh, is it?
If you see. I just came home from working a day's teaching. I'm a student, so I don't get paid. I thought you guys were better than that. Well, the thing about it is, if you're a student, you're not a teacher.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about you.
That's what I didn't make sense of.
It's a weird thing. Like, you're complaining that we're bagging teachers. Don't worry about it. You're a student. You're good as gold.
Yeah,
Student
Nothing wrong with
teacher?
you.
Is that a...
Well, I don't know. It doesn't say that. I'm not reading between the lines.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You don't want to just start making stuff up on here.
Well, this is the
Folks,
great
you
thing
get
about
yourself in a world of trouble, brother.
Yeah, totally.
This is real radio.
The Big Show. We like to get all facets, all opinions. So we'll probably leave that one there now, fellas.
Yeah.
Because she's been a doozy.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Radio hit on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday
Yeah.
evening. The time is 5:43, and now we're about to talk to New Zealand's number one stand-up comedian, the one and only Brendan Lovegrove. Brendan, you mad bastard, how's life?
Oh, hello. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity on your fabulous radio show. A man just jogged past me, which makes me feel weird because they're all working on their bodies, and I had a really bad experience.
Oh, you're cutting out there, Brendan.
Can you hear me? Okay?
Yeah, there you are. There you are.
Yeah.
So a guy was
There I
jogging past you, and it gave you a bad experience.
Well, I had a bad experience on Saturday night.
What happened?
I was at a party, and I was really smashed. And you know when you're really smashed and you're at a party, and there are some people like in the kitchen and they're helping out and they're doing the dishes and stuff.
Yes.
And out of the goodness of my heart, you know, I was pissed as much as everybody else was. And I went, is there anything I can do to help? And someone said yes. And so next thing I knew, I was doing the dishes and it just sucked. It sucked. It was so bad. It was the worst party of my life. And I smashed the dish and I couldn't do it.
How's the drinking going, mate? Is that
Really well.
Is that
Really
all?
well.
Yeah. You're really hung into it. Hey, now listen. I understand you've got a gig coming up tomorrow night, which is good because you haven't had any for a little while. You've been sort of in the doldrums a little bit.
Yeah, but that's been my decision. My decision is to make sure when I do a gig, it's got to be amazing and really, really important.
And what are you doing there?
You're on every day. But I'm on tomorrow night at the Elephant and Wrestler at Takapuna, and I'm on with Ben Hurley.
Oh, so there will be some laughs.
Yes, there will be some laughs. And I'm on with Ben McCougan and Alan McElroy from Ireland.
Oh, those other guys are great.
Yeah, that's so good, man.
Yeah, he's from Ireland, and he's just here to tell you got 15 minutes to get Irish. That's my Irish accent.
That's
right
really
there.
good.
Oh, that was so good, Ben.
Like the Reverend Ian Paisley. I will never sign a peace agreement with Sinn Féin. He did in the end, of course.
Hey, well, that sounds terrific, B. If people want to get tickets for that, how do they do it?
Well, what they do is they just turn up at the Elephant Wrestler and they pay money at the door.
Yeah, great
Too
stuff.
easy. That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah,
That's
good on
old
you.
school.
Yeah, old school.
Or you can go onto Event Finder.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hey, B, thanks so much for being on the show, mate. Great to hear that things are going good
Hey, now
guns.
listen, is everything okay with you guys? Because I worry about you.
Yeah,
Working
no.
every day, having to work every day because you've got nothing else in your lives. You have to have a day job. It must be awful.
Yeah, good stuff, B. All the best, mate. Hope you have a good gig.
Yeah, all
And,
the best, man.
Yeah, as I say, there's some really funny bastards
Oh,
on
God,
that bill.
yeah.
So
And what,
get
are you
along.
on at the start of the night or the end of the night?
Well, that's irrelevant. Look, comedy's good for me. It's keeping me out of the army. And that's the most important thing. Now, you guys get on there with your little ratings and your little jokes, and all the best with your short-term future.
Good on you, Brendan. Take care, mate. There you go,
Thank you
Brendan
very much.
Lovegrove, New Zealand's top stand-up comedian. Have you ever seen Brendan, by the way, Mogi on stage?
Nah, not sober.
Yeah.
Nah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. Back Monday at 4 on Radio Hauraki.